have everybody here. It's been really awesome, and I'm excited for the rest of the evening. I just love worship because it brings us to this place of just God's presence, and we get to just take Him in and listen to each word and take that to heart. I know sometimes it's really easy just to sing along with the words because they're on the screen, but it's so beneficial to listen to those words and to take each word to heart and to just think about how great our God is. And so I'm just going to be talking about resting in God. Some of you might not know what that looks like, and that's okay, because it can look different for everybody. It could look like just being outside in His creation and just standing in awe, just taking it in and seeing all that He's done. Or it could just be blaring worship and taking it in that way. But I wanted to put out this image of, if we remember when we were all a lot younger and maybe your brother or your sister took one of your toys and you go to your parents because your siblings stole one of your things or they pushed you outside. And just this image of a child coming to their parents with everything that they go through. And when we're a lot younger, that's something that we do all the time. And as we grow older, we don't do that as much. So we kind of walk away from that because we want to do it on our own, or we want to handle it by ourselves. And it's not exactly healthy. And maybe your parents want to know the things that go on in your life. They probably do. And a lot of times we do that with God, is we don't come to Him with everything because we think that we can handle it on our own, or we can do it ourselves. And after a while, that gets really heavy. And just being able to come to Him with everything is such an incredible privilege that we have. And just being able to rest in that is incredible. And so some things that could happen if you don't do that, if you're ignorant to that, is that there will be no change in whatever you're facing in life. And when you don't come to God with everything, there's no chance for your faith to grow. And it's so hard to get to know somebody if you don't talk to someone. Like everyone here, we have relationships with people and we have two-sided conversations, but a lot of time we come to God and we have a one-sided conversation. And we just tell Him what's on our mind, but we don't give Him a chance to respond all the time. And that's such an incredible thing to do. And I want to encourage everyone just to take a moment and just to be silent and rest in His presence so you can hear what He has to say. And He won't always say something. You won't always hear something, or maybe you will. But either way, it is such a refreshment of just peace. And that's just so incredible. And so that brings me to a few verses in Psalms 91. It says, "Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust Him." And just the beginning of that passage is those who live in the shelter of the Most High. In order to have, He has this shelter for you to rest in and to abide in. But if we don't take that and use it, it's kind of pointless. Like you don't go out camping, you don't pitch your tent and sleep outside. Like that's just silly. And then if you do that, you're just exposed to everything outside of that tent. And to rest in the shadow of the Almighty, if it's a sunny day and there's an umbrella outside, you won't be in that shade unless you are in close proximity to that umbrella. And so, without taking advantage of what the Lord has set aside for us, that shelter, that stronghold, that refuge, that place of safety, I just encourage all of you to be in that place. And just to draw near to him in that. So I'm just going to pray for us, and I'm going to invite Silas up. So Lord, I just thank you for tonight. I thank you for this opportunity just to spend time with all of these people and get to know them more. I pray that tonight that you will just invite them to come into your shadow, into your shelter that you have for them, and to rest in that place. And Lord, I just pray that you would touch each one's heart in here tonight as Silas speaks, and I pray that you would just speak through him and give him the words.